Hello, good evening everybody, and welcome to ATA Racing's GP2 division, and I can hear my mic in yours, Craig.
Great, try and sort that out.
HOG is that, brilliant. Anyway, welcome to everyone. It's ATA action once again above the apex in GP2. We're at round 3 of the championship tonight at Bahrain. My name is Mr. Michaels, and I'm joined as ever by my compatriot Craig Senna, who wasn't here last week because he saw his beloved Arsenal just scrape through whoever they were facing. FC
just
Cole.
Scrape through?
Yeah, they scraped through. They were behind. They were behind. I saw.
Yeah, we went on to 3-1. I wouldn't say that's scraping behind.
But anyway, I'm joined by my compatriot Craig Senna, and well, yet again, F1 has had another patch to their game. We're in version 1.7 now, Craig, so this game has a few plasters on it at the moment, but hopefully it's the last one. Although, judging by qualifying, I don't think it is, because yeah, the qualifying thing is back again, but you never know. Hopefully everything else is fixed. So, good evening to you, Craig, and are you looking forward to this one tonight?
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed I missed China, but I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a good track for overtaking. I see we have some new drivers as well, so they'll be interested to see how they do. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be really good tonight. And hopefully, fingers crossed, no glitches, no disqualifications, no nothing like that. Just a nice, clean, smooth race tonight, hopefully.
Well, as I said already, the qualifying glitch is still with us, in which you will see basically in the top right corner where you can see actually on board with one of the new drivers, Matty GP267 in the Williams, as HLG joins back. You can see the top right hand corner, there's basically the time is going up now, minus 1 minute behind the leader, because that didn't happen before, but it's annoying. The qualifying times do sort themselves out at the end of the session, so do not worry about that. But yes, so for now we have to go by race director. So Craig, if you could sort of make heads or tails of that. Basically you have to see, I think it's like the first 2 or 3 are kind of out of position because they haven't set a lap yet, and then it goes
Yeah, I'm a bit confused because Atarashi's apparently on pole and he's only done the first and second sector.
Yeah. Basically, if you go down race director, as soon as the first person to set a valid lap time, that's the guy on pole, basically.
Well, that's Buttel 89 or 129.1 so far, the Mercedes.
Yeah, so Buttel obviously was new to the league last week in China. Best friends with current championship leader Frantique. So obviously Frantique having a 3rd place in Australia and a 1st in China after Floodlines came home in 4th. This means Frantique has a slim championship lead. We will say the championship points basically after this race. We're going to go into it next week, because at the moment it's kind of very early days. But I would say that Frantique is leading it with Floodline 2nd and IGG Skyline in 3rd.
It's interesting to see that a few people have gone on the soft tyres. Don't know if they're trying a one-stop or they're just doing a banker on the soft and then going on the super soft, because Master Crog's the quickest on the super softs at the moment. On the soft, sorry.
Well, we are in Q2 at the moment, so anybody that's new to the league and everything, we have a Q1, Q2 and Q3. Unfortunately, there are only 13 drivers here tonight, which is more than last week, which is good. But as HLG leaves again, his connection is not being the best so far. I hope he joins back in. He was one of the people that had problems last week. Hope we get that sorted, but nobody else has left, so that's good. Yeah, so basically we've gone through Q1. Obviously everybody retired because it's a meaningless session if you have less than 16 people, I believe it is. Then Q2 is basically top 10 will go through to the final qualifying shootout and decide the grid. So as you said, a few people on the softs is it something that you would, well, is it something that you're going to do tomorrow, Craig, in the F1 race?
I'm not sure. I haven't done a 50%
Well, you're not going to tell me.
This. Well, I don't really want to give it away, but I haven't really, to be honest, even tried the 50% round here because there's been so many problems with the game. But somebody told me if you start on the softs, you could do a 1-stop, and you've got to do a 2-stop on the super softs. So the 1-stop could pay off because if you do the 2-stop and you get stuck in traffic, you're not going to gain that time that you did for the extra pit stops. So yeah, there's a few people on the soft, so it could be a. This is going to be a very mixed strategy.
Right, so I believe the times. This is basically what happens with this little glitch at the moment. The times.
Oh, that's good. That's sorted out.
Get messed up, and then they're there. So our Gravedigger, no, it hasn't sorted themselves out because Gravedigger's now gone first on a 30.6, and then you see Bulltail on a 29.1. So.
It was fixed just a second ago because Patel was top, and then after Ashley went to 6th when he actually did a lap time, and like I said, our Gravedigger's top. So yeah.
What I have noticed is this field is quite spread out. You see Bulltail and Franti both in a low 29s, and then the next fastest is Master Grog, although he's done his on the soft tyres, is on 29.8. Then it's Manny GB on a 30.7. So actually 30.7, 30.8 for Floodlines, 30.8 for Joran, 31.8 for Bossman, 32.0 for Skylight. I know you can go much faster than that. He did 1 lap on the softs. You got Baz on a 32.6, although that was invalidated, and obviously HRG is having all sorts of problems tonight, which is a shame to see.
Sorry, HLG, I feel your pain. I know what it's like to go through all that.
Indeed. So Skyline in a little bit of trouble at the moment. I believe he's currently in 10th place, but he has gone on to the Super Soft, so he's changed his mind about his strategy.
Gravedigger's on a much improved lap now on the Super Softs.
Yeah, Gravedigger's changed his gamer tag. Okay, that's a good lap. He's changed his gamer tag, Gravedigger. It used to be XRL Gravedigger. It's now GR4 VED1 GGR87. So.
Oh dear! Now Bart's apparently pole. Every time the guy in top does a lap time, they put someone else pole.
Yeah.
It's just, oh.
Hopefully that is the only thing wrong now.
I'm a bit confused where everybody else is at the moment. The top 3 and not the actual top 3.
Again, you have to sort of make do with working it out through Race Director. We've got 3 minutes left in qualifying, so be on board with IGG Skyline as he goes to the middle set, or just ends the first sector of the lap. Coming up to these fast left, right and corners, you've got to watch out for the curbs on the inside and the outside because that can chuck your car off, and obviously your lap time will be apparent as now. Atarashi has now left the session. One of my drivers, god damn it. But we carried on with this lap with Skyline as he goes into the most tricky corner of the track. Double apex left hand, goes really tight in the apex. Got to get your braking so right, especially on the first lap. He's done that quite well. Opens up the DRS now. On the back straight, down into 4th gear. Gotta make sure the car doesn't go one out wide because it does have a tendency to do that. Flat out right hander, hugs the curb on the inside, interestingly. Down into 4th gear.
It's not a good lap.
No, it's not really good. Goes on to the.
He did a 33.0 in the first sector. I think he's just warming up for another lap.
He's got to be careful though, because 2 laps on these set of tyres is very, very risky before the start of the race. So, I mean, all he has to do is get through to Q2, so I would stick with this lap, although I think he might be going on to another one, as you say. I mean, I certainly would not want to do 2 laps on my starting set of tyres, because
but the problem is he's on that bubble where he could be kicked out the top 10. He hasn't got the comfort zone, so...
Although we can't tell because all the times are messed up, but Baz, interestingly, the Red Bull is sticking with the soft tyre route.
Yeah, so is my other teammate Master Krog as well. He isn't coming out. I think he's going to actually qualify on the softs.
As I believe the guys, the times have sorted themselves out now, just a little bit. So the time to beat from Skyline is a 32.0, and Bart has to find 5/10. Baz as well. Oh yeah, so Baz is actually is the only one really that can beat IGD Skyline unless Skyline improves and knocks someone else into 10th place. So let's see what Baz does. Still 45 seconds, 31.5. That's not fastest, is it?
No, he's quicker. He's gone 6 times quicker than his best time so far.
Right, so let's see what that puts him. It says he's
31.5. 31.5.
And it actually puts him 9th, but it just came up on the screen that he set the fastest lap, so that's what confused me.
No, Patel is still top of the list.
So that does now put IGD Skyline out of qualifying at the moment, and this would be an absolute, well, it would be a shock actually, because podium in Australia, podium in China.
Especially when he told me he was aiming to win this race tonight as well.
Exactly, and if you're going to win the race from 11th, Ryan, that would be good on you. There's a Red Bull in front. It's on the racing line. Oh, I don't know whether he's retired. I think he has. He's going... Okay, he must have retired. He was going way too slow for that. It might have hampered Ryan. But again, the problem is, even if he gets through to Q3, he's done 3 laps on this set of tyres. Is it really worth it? It's going to be a big
problem. No. Well, to be honest, 11th wouldn't be the worst place to start off with, because he would have fresh tyres at the beginning of the race.
Bulltails has gone faster, I believe, on a 28.9. Now it's definitely the fastest lap of the session.
That's a very good lap.
Yeah, first guy into 28. Satarashi has joined back in, but I believe he will be knocked out of the session. Is Ryan going to do enough? I don't think he is. I'd bail out if I were you, Ryan. No, he's going to finish this lap. Is this going to put him into Q3? I mean, it did. Oh, but he's
got 10th. As far as I know, he's 10th.
He's done 3 laps on those tyres, though. That's... Oh. Well, unfortunately, the debutant Baz got knocked out for that, but he stuck with his strategy on the soft tyres. He tried to get through on them. He's run out of fuel actually,
I'm
but
confused. It says Baz is 10th now. I'm confused.
But we'll see at the end. But Baz has run out of fuel. He's coasting back to the pits. Let's retire, man. Would actually be a lot more simpler, but never mind. As a few people having connection problems, including Atarashi and HLG, which is a shame. I hope they can get in for the race, but if that continues for the race, they may not go much further. But obviously,
no, I don't think there's anything wrong with the lobby. I just think it's their own personal connections.
Yeah. Now Joran's left.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh god, this is
Australia all over again.
So to get back in. Well, now he says he's 8th. So again, we'll just have to wait until now he retires on the session, I believe.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait until it's finished and actually confirms where everybody is. Because this is confusing for us. We think they're in one position, but they could be in or out the top 10. It's just so confusing until the whole qualifying's finished.
Well, we've got 10 seconds left to go in the session.
It'll be fun trying to commentate
seconds,
to actually get on pole for Q3 as well.
Yeah, it could be quite interesting. So the session does now end. Says Baz is in 8th.
Yeah.
So
I'll be very happy
if
both my Red Bull drivers in the top 10.
So there we go, and IGD Skyline did make it. 6/10 ahead of IG3 Bossman, so it was the debutant that got knocked out in the first session, as did Bart on the soft tyres, so they will not make it to Q3. Atto actually disconnected even though he made it through, as did Joran.
Will they get back in time though?
Potentially, but anyway. Baltel, that is some very good pace to show at the very start of this qualifying session. Master Crocs definitely has got more time as he goes through on the soft tyres. I think Baz has got a little bit more time in him as well. I actually put Frantic in 9th.
Okay. Well, we know he would have been second anyway. That was the second quickest time.
I can't ready up, so I just gotta wait until.
Yeah, we can't do anything.
Okay. Love it when things go smoothly.
I was hoping it's going to go smoothly tonight.
Actually, did I see that right? Yeah, Bart actually retired with terminal damage in that.
I'll be surprised where he's lost it then.
Indeed. Are we stuck on this? Please tell me we're not.
I hope not.
Oh god. Not this. Again.
I've got a bad feeling we are. We're gonna have to leave and come back.
Frantic sent me a message. Yeah, P9. Yeah, we know Frantic with it. Apologies, guys. This has never happened before, and this is so this is ridiculously annoying. Please tell me we're not stuck. I'm just gonna message. HLG. Never mind.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
It just took his time.
Well, Jordan's just left, so maybe they're waiting for Jordan.
I guess.
The moment Jordan left, it went. Yeah, here we go. Q3.
So let's see who is in this. There's 6.
6.
Why is there 6?
Maybe all the people that left.
No, because it says that Ryan's not in it.
Yeah. Oh no.
Unless it's just race director messing up, or.
Well, we knew Jordan and Nutter actually left. They wouldn't be able to get back in, would they? And then there's Ryan and Frantic as well missing.
We're gonna have to restart, man.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Frantic just messaged me saying he's not into Q3, so what you see there is the only ones that made it through. So.
Why? Why, Codemasters? Why?
So done, man. Right, I'm gonna message Ryan. Well, it seems to me.
Got a message from man. Restart lobby.
Yep, under short quali. I think it's the only thing. Oh, that is such a shame. Why? Well, apologies, guys, again for this. I mean, this is the first time I've seen this. It was fine in the last update, and now they've made an update, and now Q1, Q2, and Q3 all messed up.
Well, let's just hope this is the only problem that happens.
They want to get some sleep tonight. That is such a shame. But I think it's just one of those things you've got to set it to short quali, which I don't ideally want to do. I prefer full quali, but if it, you know, I think it's because the race director's all messed up. Although we didn't have that problem last week, so.
That's why I always get worried when they do a patch. They do a patch and then something else messes up.
Right, so we're just gonna have to wait until Skyline has set up the lobby again. Ay. You would think that Codemasters would have this done, especially when esports is on the horizon. You'd think they'd have this game sorted by now.
No, you think so? I still think it's going to take until about 2.0 or something to get it properly sorted. It's a shame because I've done a few online races since the patch today and I've had no problems.
Well, there seems to be now a problem with the full qualifying system, which I guess the reason because nobody's found it is because not many people use it. As far as I'm aware, we're the only league that does. So, which is a shame. We're just gonna have to put it to short quali. But there's the invite from Ryan. So, bear with us, guys. We will get a race underway very shortly. See, for me personally, even though I don't like waiting around, I'd rather they'd wait for the game to be fixed and properly before they send it out to people. Because
yeah, I completely agree with that.
You know, I'd rather wait, say, October, as on, you know, because it just causes problems. It causes arguments between drivers and it stresses out league organisers, etc. It's just really a shame. It really is a shame because apart from the annoying little glitches that we're getting, it's a good game. I mean, the contact system, they finally got it right. The cars are great to drive, and the career mode is great, and everything else. It's just these problems that are halting it down. But if the solution is us as a league have to go to short qualifying, then so be it. It's a shame because it's what makes us unique, I would have thought. But
yeah, and I think
got no choice.
Full qualifying makes it more interesting as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get into that top 10.
Plus short qualifying, 12 minutes is nowhere near enough.
You get enough time for 2 runs and that's it.
2 runs if you want to look after your tyres anyway.
But Lee Mathers, the creator of the game, did say he made it 12 minutes to make it more exciting and more tension and all that, to get your qualifying times, you know, done, not making any mistakes. So at the moment, that Boltel is surely a favourite to get pole position at the moment. He's the only man in the 128s.
Well, you could just say that the session that we were there. Why do they want me to join a party? You know, I'm streaming, right? Vehicle damage. Oh,
Well, what's happened now?
I swear to God!
Well, what's happened now?
Ryan's put the vehicle damaged off.
Oh, God's sake.
Ryan!
So,
You
we've
have
got to
one
restart all
job.
over again.
You have one job. You have one job. Start the lobby properly. He's rushed it. That's the problem. Hang on. Right, never mind, that was my question. You had one job, Ryan. One job. Set up the lobby properly. Yes. We'll tell Frantique aren't happy, just saying. Make a decision, Ryan. Just you're the owner, just go with it. Right, oh Lord. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we are restarting again, guys, because IGD Skyline put damage off. Yep. Basically. Nothing more to say, is there? Nothing more to say. I'll be having words with him, I assure you. So, once again, apologies everyone. Make us look foolish. Never mind.
As he said.
Then we're restarting again.
Do you say because of the damage off?
Yep. Quite a few people are unhappy with it, which to be fair, it's not realistic, so...
Oh no, you can't do it with no damage off, no point.
Again, I'll be having words with Ryan after this, because it just makes the league look foolish, and I apologise guys for doing this, but... Attempt number 3, because the host is incompetent. And I'm not even sorry when I said that. When he re-watches this race. Yes, Ryan, you're incompetent. You had one job to set the lobby up perfectly. Can't even do that. And he rushed it. Can't rush these things, because then it wastes time. It's one job. One job to do. We will get a race underway with entertainment and no problems eventually.
I hope so.
Still blame Codemasters though. If we're both Codemasters, we'll be going by now. We'll be in the race, enjoying ourselves, saying, "Oh my god, what an amazing pass!" and then on all that stuff. So I still blame Codemasters, but then I blame Ryan after that.
Yeah, it's Codemasters and Ryan's fault.
Right, so damage is on, vehicle damage is full.
Yeah,
dynamic weather, even though it's not going to rain.
No, I would have put it on clear anyway.
Never know.
So. Oh no, there's some having problems joining. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart my game.
Alright, quickly.
Like, I get that thing where it's just like stuck saying join in session. It doesn't do anything. That
Don't
annoys
you
me.
dare.
What's that?
He's putting it on heavy rain, just as I said. Ryan, stop it.
No, don't do it, please.
He's playing with people's mind. He's playing with my mind. Yes, it's funny how he can't hear me. Obviously, it's funny how I literally said, "Never know, it might rain," and he puts it on heavy rain. You saw what the settings it changed.
Maybe he was listening to the stream.
Hope not, because you're not meant to. Yeah, he probably actually did. He probably heard me say, you know. Actually, here's the thing. Here's the thing, then. Brian, if you're watching the stream, can you put it on heavy rain? If you're watching the stream, or just change the settings. You can put it back to dynamic, but you know, change the settings to heavy rain. If you're listening. I love how I'm laughing at this. Meant to be running smoothly and professionally, but no. Right, so we are waiting on someone else as well as yourself.
Well, I'm in.
Right, so who are we missing?
Yeah, we're
We
missing
are
one
missing
person,
someone,
so
and I can't think who it is.
13. Adarashi?
Alright. Bart 442.
Alright. Either he's just coming in or he just got too late for him now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's got too late for him because they're readying up now. Right, take 3. Damage is on. Good. To be fair, I should have checked, but even if I checked, he wouldn't have heard me, and he would have started it before I told him. 32 minutes. Wasted time. Thank you, Codemasters, for making us such a brilliant game. It's just a shame, really. Every other game that I played, FIFA, it's made by EA.
Yeah.
Forza, made by whoever makes Forza. You know, even Project Cars. Even stuff. Every game I've played, when the game is released, it's fine. They don't patch it. They don't put plasters all over it. But anyway. My rant is over. We all sit calmly, as if nothing happened. So anyway,
Let's hope.
good evening, guys. Welcome to ATA Above the Apex GP2. We're at round 3 of the championship. It is Bahrain for tonight. My name is Mr. Michaels, and joining me is my usual compatriot Craig Senna. He was away last week because he watched his beloved team Arsenal in the Europa League, and they won, which is good. But he's back now with me. So we had a patch, Craig, and so far no problems.
No,
You know I'm being
problems at all.
sarcastic, right?
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I know
Good.
you are.
Good, good. Make light of the situation. Let's get onto a car right now. So, as we were saying, so round 3 of the championship in Bahrain. This is, in reality, this is take 3. I'm going to be just, you know, have a lot of realism now. We've had issues, and again, I apologise for that. But anyway, we will get a race underway. As our ball tail goes around the middle sector. So Craig, obviously you've been with a few of the F1 drivers for the past couple of weeks in the races that we've done. Who do you think was going to look strong in tomorrow night's race?
Probably Chaos Outgoing.
Chaos Outgoing is not racing because he's
Oh, isn't he?
reserved.
Oh, okay. That
Yes, he is.
that might
But
mix it all up
he's
tomorrow.
technically being reserved by a fast driver as well, so
And who's that?
that would be Height. Hyte. He's
Not heard of
reserving,
him.
and he is quite quick. He's reserving for McLaren, which means any points that he gains, if he does gain points, obviously, any points that he gains in tomorrow night's race will go to McLaren. They will not go to his points because he's only reserving for one race, unless he reserves again for Chaos Outgoing. But that's just that. He's not in the league fully, basically. But it'd be good to see what he can do. Apparently he is quite quick. I mean, someone showed me a lap time that he did in a short qualifying practice, which was a 28.2. So, and I've seen nobody get anywhere near that, so might see a McLaren at the front, which would be weird to see. As Bortel...
Well, let's hope we're going to be up the front as well, though, Let's hope we're going to be up there.
I mean, by the looks of it, obviously, Hyte looks incredibly quick. Mucker looks very good on race pace as well. But apart from that, you have a very close battle for the final step of the podium, in my opinion. I mean, I'm only judging it by practice, but we're going on Brutal Reapers in there. Yourself, Craig, me, my teammate Apophis, who looks quite strong.
I put my mate Lawrence in there as well. He's very similar pace. There's going to be a lot of people.
Plus we got a few new drivers in there as well, including the Bacon Young 007 and a couple of others that I got in. Let's got Ice the Best, who will be our lobby host for tomorrow, and we've already tested that, so he's going to get no problems. There's Bulltail to 28.6. He's actually gone faster than the original attempts.
He's still 12th for mine. Oh no, he's Skyline's on first on mine. Oh God,
just you know what to expect now. Just go. He's
11th. He's 11th. He's 10th from my screen now. He's slowly moving up.
Go by the race director. Honestly,
the race director is all over the place. It says Floodlights is top now.
No, you got to look at the lap times that they've done.
I know, but it should be in the right order. I shouldn't have to.
You know it's not. Just
Yes, he's third at the moment. And Francis done 28.8.
So.
Let's see what everybody's done. As far as I can see, there's only 2 people that are in the 28s.
Yeah. Right.
I can't really. Yeah.
Which are? You said two people in the 28s. Who are they?
Oh, that's Patel with 28, and Frantique as well with 28.8.
Quite a few people have actually stuck with the soft route, but Baz has actually changed his mind about it, because he's gone onto the super soft for this. Which we're actually going quite slow. I think it might be never mind, he's just left the session. Oh, that's annoying.
Definitely something wrong with his internet connection.
Right, so who's out there still on a lap? Joran is still, I think he's on one. On the soft tyres at the moment, with just under 6 minutes to go. As we form a grid to begin this race eventually, after everything.
Well, race is right, it says Grey Digger's on pole, but he hasn't set a lap time yet.
And then he's not on pole.
I know he is, but the race director says he is.
The funny thing is you've got HLG and part-time going to deal with this tomorrow.
Everybody's spread out though. There's only one person. Floodlights is the only one in the 129s, and then there's others in the 130s.
Yeah, it's all going to be down to race and race pace and tyre strategy as Joran makes his way down. I don't think he's on a lap, but if he Either that or he's posting his way back. No, he's definitely not on a lap because he weaves, just as I say that. I think he's definitely going back into the pits. Let's have a look. Gravedigger, who by my reckoning has not set a lap yet because his timer isn't going all over the place, and it's pole apparently. That means he just hasn't set a lap yet. That's just how the race director works these days now, until they fix that again with version 1.8. But
hopefully,
indeed, because you can't have this when they go to eSport. They can't even tell.
No, you can't. No, they can't tell who's on pole or whatever. You can't have that.
Actually, here's the thing. Have you watched the eSports qualifiers in AOR?
I have watched some of them.
And have they had any problems?
I haven't watched qualifying, just watched the race, so I don't know.
Okay. But perhaps they have. It might be a good thing to see whether others are having a problem. I presume they are. But Gravedigger is currently on an out lap at the moment. He's going to set himself up to the beginning of the lap, unleash the power of the Ferrari. Goes open up the DRS down into turn 1. Going up to just about 200 miles an hour. He's got decent air on him, which is good. So he brakes down into the first corner, second gear. You want to clip the apex. You don't want to hit that curve though, because that will upset the car. He's gone through turn 2 and 3 very nicely, completely flat out. Up into turn 4. Quite difficult this corner. You don't want to understeer wide or hit the curb too much. He's just touched the curb, which is good. A little bit of traction now out that corner. He goes through the fast left and right, which are very, very satisfying when you get it right. Now down into this hairpin. Can be quite tricky, but he's done that very, very well. Second gear, short shift in third, fourth and fifth. Now to this very most difficult corner on the track. The double apex hairpin. He's done that very, very well. This is a good lap so far. He's now onto the back straight with the DRS open. Gravedigger did actually show some good pace in the practice session we did earlier this week. So I'm looking to see him at least get into the top 5 in qualifying. Let me see, it's a good lap. Down into 4th gear for here. You might want to go down into 3rd, but he keeps into 4th. And he's just got one more corner to go, which is still tricky in its own right, because you've got to get a good exit, otherwise you're going to lose the speed down into the front straight. He's done so very well. Where is this going to put him? Put him very well, actually. It's been 6th. So we'll see at the end of it, but that definitely looked a very good lap. Have a look. Frantique goes fastest, I believe, on the 28.5. So Frantique and Bultel are competing against each other for this. Right, so where is Bultel? Are you on a lap? No, he's not. So Frantique, our current championship leader, has gone pole, I believe, even though it says 4th. This is ridiculous, but never mind.
Yes, he has gone pole on a 128.5.
Right, so that's definitely very good. Very good pace from himself. HRG, fortunately, is still in the lobby this time. Might have actually sorted his connection out, which is quite interesting. Joran has changed his stat. I believe he's just gone 4th, he says. See, 31...
No, he's not actually 4th, though.
No, because he's on an out lap for his lap, I believe. Bultel is out of the pits, and he's got a Williams in front of him, and Matty GB is in front of him, but it shouldn't hamper that much unless he catches him on this lap. And he can't really do anything about it because Matty, I believe, is on a fast lap. He's just seen his best friend, but rivals, taking the pole away from him, and he's gone very wrong. Did not do that corner very well at all. He's got 20 seconds to go. I think that's his qualifying over. I mean, that's Bultel's challenge done, because he's definitely not going to get round for another lap. So Gravedigger's in. Bloodlines is on when he's got Baz in front of him. Baz is going to just get out the way. Bloodlines locks up his brakes for it. Baz did very well to get out of the way, actually. and qualifying is over, so we will see where this all puts people.
I'm not saying anything until it's been confirmed, because it's all just been messed up again. Not having this.
Indeed, I see Skyline tyres from the session. John completes his lap. That's all we can do really, just watch them do their laps. Don't know where they're going to put, where it's going to put them. And again, eventually we'll set up the grid 45 minutes after the stream has started, but you know, this is how we roll at the moment.
Well, let's just hope everybody's on the grid.
Right, so I believe qualifying session is over. Frantis is coasting his way back into the pits. As he's first. That might actually be the grid if my calculations are correct. I believe they are. So Frantic, I believe, has taken pole with Bulltail second, Floodlines in third, Grey Digger fourth, Manny fifth, Master Krog in the Red Bull 6th with HLG 7th. Master Krog again sticking with those soft tyres. In fact, both Red Bulls. Have you told them something? Have you told them to start and soft?
I haven't told them anything. They must have been speaking to each other, because I've not done any practice for this, so I have no idea. But, you know, it could pay off later on the race.
Coast your way back, or you're just going to retire, or... Actually, the session's only got 20 seconds left, so...
Well, I'm already on the board anyway, for all the lap times.
But we'll give you the results when it comes up in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Hey,
and yes, there we go. So Frantic does take pole, a 10th and a bit ahead of Bulltail. So these two definitely got the class of the field at the moment. A tight battle for third and fourth. Floodlines in third, Grey Digger fourth. Manny GB on his debut gets 5th place for Williams. HLG will be happy with that. Master Krog 6th on the soft tyres. That's a good lap from him, I think. Be interested to see where he ends up. HLG 7th. Baz in 8th, another debutant, ahead of Ryan, who was exactly 2 seconds off the pole time. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Join in 10th, Bossman 11th, and Atarashi in 12th if he gets back in the lobby and starts. So we got there eventually. Eventually, he says.
Eventually.
I'm just going to send a polite message to say, please don't ready up. That's the one thing that we don't want. Someone to ready up and then not there, and then we're not restarting again. We're not restarting again. That's the grids. We're gonna have a race. No problem.
Well, we could restart again. Just
no, we're not. No, Craig. I'm already annoyed at this. Already annoyed at this, right? And Atarashi has left, so I don't think he's going to race.
No, that's him out of it.
Aye, aye, aye. But we're still going to have 11 drivers here, and it's cloudy.
I still don't think it's going to rain, though.
It's overcast anyway.
I want to see a dry race, or a very wet race in Australia. I want to see a dry race.
I think it will be dry. It's just... Notice it's not dark.
Might get more dark later on in the race.
Guess so. Yes, welcome again to the two viewers. If you've watched us through all the issues that we've had, including the lobby hosting competence, and well done to you. We're now going to have a race on our hands, so that's fantastic news. Let's hope we can have a good clean race, not many incidents, a finish, a wonderful podium interview as well. We're going to have some good battles. This track does produce some good battles and some good racing, so I'm very optimistic about this. And great news is that nobody's readying up, so we can pick this up even more.
Alright, who do you think's going to win the race tonight then?
As bad as actually readies up as me saying that. But anyway, I think that is enough time.
Well, who do you think's going to win then? You know, who you put your money on?
It's got to be between either Frantique and Bulltail, to be honest. Because they just seem to be
I'll pick the other.
Bulltail.
Right, I'll have to go for Frantique then. I can't see anybody else beating them.
Bulltail could, because, you know, sort of his debut race. But let's have a look. As we have 5 red lights for round 3 of the championship at Bahrain. Lights out and away they go. Let's see down into turn 1. Let's hope we have a clean start. Frantique on the first place. As they go down into turn 1, there's a Williams line up on the inside. Looks good.
Oh, it's McLaren off wide as well.
Sideways. And then more or less got through okay. Going at the back. Williams had a massive start on the inside, but actually didn't make any contact with anyone else. Oh, Bossman has actually taken out his teammate. He's hitting the back of Floodlines. Oh my goodness me. The McLarens are taking out each other. Oh my god. I think that was just a missed time of brakes. Speaking of missed time of brakes, HLG just takes over the cameraman there. It's gone completely wide, so that good start that he made has gone absolutely not. He's still in 4th place, holding up IGG Skyline, interestingly. As the midfield back there, 4 or 5 cars.
The top 3 have got already.
Yeah, indeed, because the midfield is battling so much. Master Krog and the soft tyres, they just had to keep with these guys, but, well, frantic stuff at the start of this. But Bulltail is stuck to the back of Frantique, and Frantique has to defend up on the inside. Going down to the last corner. You got the Ferrari there of Gravediggers sticking with them, actually. So, interesting start, but Bulltail is going to be in the slipstream once again into Frantique. Frantique keeps them on the inside. Nice camera angle there. That's actually the best one. Let's go back on board. Still side by side. Frantique stays on the inside though. He's still there over the curbs.
Oh,
still side by side. The Bulltail's through. Let's have a look. That's actually getting bored with Gravedigger because we have a perfect angle of this. He's in the prime position here if anything goes wrong. And the front 3 are literally just gone, but at least we do have a battle for this. There's all 3 cars going sideways through that corner. It's really difficult, especially on the first few laps. But good start created this race, not many incidents, a few cars going sideways and locking up brakes and everything, but good clean start.
Yeah, definitely been a good clean start. Sadly the two McLarens hit each other, and I'm sure Algo ain't going to be happy with that, but the midfield is really tightly punched. Krog's doing very well to keep up with 5th and 4th on the softs. But it's good to see there's a good battle for the lead for the three cars. So, but I think we should keep an eye on some of these soft runners because they could come in contention later on in the race.
Bulltail's actually got a couple of car lengths on this middle sector. Frantique made a few mistakes. In fact, Gravedigger's been under pressure. I say that. Gravedigger went a bit deep into the final corner, so he's lost some ground. As Bulltail does indeed set the fastest lap of 33.0. Good solid start. So, well, the start of the gain of the start has got to be HLG from 7th on the grid to 4th. Although Ryan from 9th is up to 5th. He's on the soft tyres. He's battling with Master Krog into turn 1. He just keeps the position. Goes all the way over the curves just to do it. Yeah, great start for Skyline. And HLG was indeed the Williams that flew up on the inside. Amazingly didn't make any contact with anybody. It's incredibly risky to do that move just straight up on the inside because the corner would just narrow on you. And Master Crow's got a good run on Ryan. He's up on the inside and contact. They bang tyres. And you heard the clunk as both cars hit each other. But no major harm done.
And DRS is on this lap as well, so everybody can have DRS when anybody's less than a second behind. The floodlight's been the biggest loser.
Looking up at the inside. Ryan gives him room. Boy. Awkward corner really to try and have an overtake there, but that's Krog still looking at the back.
Surely he's going to get the start and finish straight on the DRS. That's what I do. I'll just wait for the DRS.
Indeed, this is the closest. Well, I say they're close. Absolutely nose to tail here as Bull Tail 32.777. What a lap. Absolutely brilliant. As Master Krog is going to get the DRS now. And surely this should be quite interesting going on. As Floodlines is making a great recovery. Trying to make a recovery after his teammate spun him out into turn 4. And Master Krog is through. Past right into 5th place, but this battle is far from done.
Surely Supersofts can't be off already. Oh no, he's on the softs as well. I didn't see Skyline.
Yeah, indeed.
See, those two could be in contention later on. Because if these Supersoft guys have to do a 2-stop and they do a 1-stop, they'll be right in it.
The Floodlines, as I said, trying to recover after his teammates. I'm just going to say mistime of brakes into turn 4. Still everything congested, and it was just wrong place at the wrong time. And unfortunately, Bossman was indeed the culprit. I mean, all fair to Bossman actually. He actually waited for his teammate to get going before he got going himself. As John's leg has actually made Baz go really wide, and Floodlines is going to up on the inside. Side by side for the long right hander. Baz gives him room. Floodlines is through. Up on the inside, but I think that's to do with Joran's car. Just bounced back a little bit. And now Master Krog is up on the back of HLG, and HLG's gone catastrophically wide on the final corner.
Surely Ryan's going to get him as well.
Having a good time as I believe a McLaren's just getting into the pits behind. Ryan's going to be up on the inside of HLG, and HLG's brakes. Where are they? It's me.
Not there. It's lost another place in Joran now.
Completely.
It's going down the order.
Indeed. Back up the front meantime. Gravedigger is putting Frantique under pressure. Bulltail is absolutely gone. Well, I say he's gone. He's about 2-3 seconds up from this battle. Gravedigger, I wouldn't have said surprised me. As I said, he showed some good pace in the practice session earlier this week. Definitely, he could be quite interesting here. Bulltail's just in complete calm and control of this race so far. It's only on lap 5 though, so quite a lot of things can happen.
Well, there's a long way to go yet.
HLG looking up the inside of Joran. And side by side, this is going to be quite close. Oh, there's backs. HLG got pushed a little bit wide. I mean, after the really good start from HLG, pretty brave start actually on the start, he's now been pushed back a little bit. Still got some decent space, needs to compose himself really. As Joran is going to have the DRS in the back of Skyline, and Skyline's got the back.
Wait a minute, DRS
in the back of Krog.
Just realised that.
Well, that is an early stop. He's gone on to
softs.
Yeah, soft tyres. Those soft tyres for Frantique. That is a very early stop. Very early stop, actually. Well, in fact, it's the same strategy that I practiced in the social race earlier this week, and well, safe to say it didn't exactly work. So, actually quite a few drivers have pitted. Matty in the Williams has also pitted. So that leaves Bulltown in the lead with Gravedigger and Master Krog, who's now the first on the soft tyre runners.
This is what I mean, they're going to be aiming for a one stop. And they're going to be up there by the end of the race, surely.
But it's the question between a one stop and a two stop. Obviously a one stop is doable, but you have to be very good on your tyres, and this track is just, I mean, there's a lot of slow corners that you can know just makes the rear tyres, and you've got long fast corners as well that just wear out the fronts. So like the outside, the front left basically is the tyre that takes the most damage. The Skyline is now under pressure from Joram. Joram's on those super softs that super softs they can go. Yeah, super softs they can go 9 laps, but that's if they're fresh. So if you've done, as I said, 1 or 2, God forbid even more than that, in qualifying on those set of tyres that you want to start the race with, then it's going to find yourself at a disadvantage for the race. Sometimes you just got to put a good lap to one side. As Floodline set the fastest out with 32.6. He's on the super softs, I believe. Yes, no, he's on the soft tyres. As I said, he's just trying to recover from this race. Damage limitation, I think, for himself.
Yeah, Skyline's got a nice train behind him here.
Yeah, it definitely is a bit of train, but he is just trying to run his own race, his own strategy. The cars behind him, the only one that is on the same strategy is Baz, and he's at the back of this train. So Ryan's just running his own race, he's seen how it works out. I mean, even if Joran gets past him, I mean, Joran and HLG surely should be pitting anytime soon. He's just got a cool, calm head, keep the pace up, keep consistency as HLG's cars is bouncing all over the place. Joran's in striking distance, but I believe he may enter the pits quite soon. Gets very close on the brake and then behind Ryan. Let's see what he does. Oh, he does stay out actually, so HLG does pit. Yeah. Actually, no. I was wrong. Baz is actually on the super softs as well, so. But I believe he started on the fresh set because he was outside the top 10 as HLG. Different strategy to everyone else, goes on the medium tyres. Now that is actually a good strategy. You can, but again you've got to be very good in your tyres, and they will be quite bad by the end. So I think the strategy what he's trying to do is actually one that Mucker's intending to do, which is mediums and then a set of super softs right at the end. You don't have to worry about tyre wear. Again, he's got to be careful. He's actually come out behind his teammate, Matty GB, who has gone a completely different strategy. He's on the super softs, trying to get some pace out of those. Let's see where we are at now. Different strategies is playing out at the moment. Both Frantique and Gravedigger went on to the same compound tyres as softs. Floodline's pitted as well, and he's actually gained on the two ahead of him. But I think he pitted like a couple of laps earlier than the two in front.
And Props has taken the lead because the leader has come in the pits and come on for softs.
Has indeed. I'm in front. Is he going to get ahead of Frantique? Oh, this is going to be very, very close actually, as they come out of the pits, and Bulltail just gets in front. But Frantique, if he gets a good run out of that corner, it's going to have a run. They've got a McLaren in front of him, which could get and provide some interesting blockage here, especially coming through the middle sector. He's racing for position, so every time there's a whoa, Bossman suddenly braked right in front of Balltown. That's messed him up a little bit. He's not going to be very happy about that at all, because Frantic is now all over him. I don't
Did
know
he
whether
just
Bossman
deliberately let them pass, or?
I don't know. It seemed that he just suddenly put on the brakes and just went out of the way, because he just let them all through. But he didn't exactly brake in exactly the best way. Brake right in front of Balltail, and as I said, that's now put him right under pressure with Frantic. And Graintigger's still there, still keeping with them, and Balltail's made a massive mistake, and Frantic right on the outside. He's clipped a no. Clipped a no, and he's come back on the track right in front of Graintigger, and he's spun into the wall.
Surely, he's definitely got damage now. Surely hit the wall. That is so unlucky.
Yeah, he's lost his front wing.
Yeah,
he's lost his front wing.
That is costing the win there. That is a shame. I didn't have a best view of what happened. I saw him clip Gravedigger, but I don't know what happened between him and Frantic, unless you had a better view of that.
Well, I was on board with Frantic, but it was just, I don't know, Balltail just made a massive mistake in the corner before, and obviously he lost a lot of speed, so Frantic just tried to go around the outside. I don't think he meant to clip Balltail, but he did, and that upset Balltail. He came back on. Gravedigger, again, didn't do anything really wrong. He was just taking his racing line, and Balltail's into the wall.
No, Gravedigger didn't do anything wrong. He just took the racing line, and sadly, him coming, Bottel trying to get back on the track, clipped the side of Gravedigger and put him round again. That's just so unlucky.
That is such a shame, because he did look really, really strong in the race. I don't think he's going to be happy with Bossman's tactics of letting everybody through. It's definitely put him under a lot of pressure, but he's just going to regather himself, put this race to one side. I mean, we still could have a safety car in this race, so when you're on lap 10, still quite a way to go. So we can sort of regather. Let's actually see where he's come out. Oh, wow, he's down in 11th place on the medium tyres, which could last the end. So
I think they will get to the end.
He's just got to compose himself, really. It's difficult to do that after a mistake like that, and well, as I said, he's just got to try and regain from it. He's in last as
Master Cross come in, and he's got a wing change as well.
Yeah,
so loads of time.
That possibly might be from lap 1, because I don't remember him making any contact at all.
Because I was wondering why he wasn't really closing a Bottle or Warren Super Softs. Now I know why, but Gravedigger's looking for a move here. He was looking on the inside of Frantic there. These two are now battling for the lead. Indeed, which is, well, it's a shame about Balltail, but these two are incredibly close to one another, it looks to me. Gravedigger possibly being the more consistent in his times. Yeah, still a long way to go. Still this strategy, and obviously these two are obviously got to pit again, and they will probably go on to a medium tyres towards the finish. It might be the likely strategy. Super Softs, and I can't see him going to the end on them. So
it's interesting how people are just doing these various strategies. They have practice, because I've seen them all on time trial and everything, at socials as well. So they have plenty of time to do a strategy, so this is just what they're comfortable with. But it's just fascinating how few are doing it, and Gravedigger is going to have, if he gets a good run out of this last corner, and Frantic actually did not hit the apex, so Gravedigger is going to be
he's surely going to
challenging it now. Go on, use that Ferrari power. Frantic defends. Whoa! That was close to the wall. Whoa, that was I just said aggressive. It was harsh. It was harsh and hard racing, but can Frantic hold it? Round the outside he can, actually. So it's a heavy defensive move, as Gravedigger had to duck underneath the pit boards as they were hung out, but that was quite interesting. Frantic was very wide of turn 4. I don't think Gravedigger's close enough really to make a move. No, he's not. Probably stick with him again for the pit straight, but oh, these two locked in a duel, it seems, today.
Oh, they definitely are.
Got a lovely camera angle at that as well, because the camera was right on the pit lane wall and it got so close. Brilliant stuff. Gravedigger seems to be the faster. He's just got to wait for a right opportunistic moment and nail the pass.
You have to remember that Frantique was the first guy to come in, so he's going to have much fresher, softer tyres than Frantique.
Oh, there's a battle. There's a battle further down as well between Skyline and Mastercroft. Unfortunately, I'm going to stick with the battle for the lead because that's more significant. But a battle for 5th going on, so this race is far from gone. We're only on lap 12 at the moment. At least we've got a good race despite everything that's gone on at the moment. Touchwood, as Gravedigger now again is going to have a run on the DRS. Franti again goes on the inside. Gravedigger changes his tactic, goes on the outside. He's already passed. Can he get the braking set down? No, he can't, because Franti breaks him and pushes him right to the outside, and Gravedigger still sticks it in there, but no. Again he's there as Mastercroft sets to 32.3 as the fastest lap. He's doing an absolute... Well, it's hard defending by Franti, but it is fair. There's no massive contact made. Kind of like a Max Verstappen-esque.
Yeah, no any over-aggressive defending either. There's a good scrap for the lead here.
This is what we race F1 for, isn't it? It's battles like this where you just get stuck in. You know, there's no instance between each other. You're just hard racing. It sounds wrong.
Yeah, that's why I've been looking forward to this track more to when we race around Australia, because this is such a great track to go wheel to wheel with somebody.
It's good, especially with these cars now, isn't it? Because you can hold the speed. It's keeping it there. These two again. I want to go to other battles on the grid because there are quite a few boiling over. I noticed Floodlines is actually in 3rd place in all this. Definitely trying to recover. And again, Gravedigger. Oh, nice little camera. Can't even see Frantique's car, but he goes on the inside now. Let's go back on here. Let's change the camera angle. Thank you very much. Up in the inside. Can he get it stick now? 3rd time lucky. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But can Frantique fight back as Mastercroft again? Fastest lap of the race. It's on faster tyre though, so he's making use of them.
Got to do. He's got to catch up to these guys that are on the softs now if he's going to make this strategy work.
Where is he actually? He's actually in 3rd place. So Floodlines has indeed pitted. As Gravedigger is very wide on those curbs.
Yeah. Oh, Frantic toilet down inside. Oh, this battle is far from over yet.
Great, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. As I said, I want to look down the rest of the grid, see where everyone is, but I can't stay away from this battle. This is what we want.
I'll try and have a look for you.
Still keep on thinking that if it weren't for Balltail's incident, he'll be in this. As Digger again goes wide. Ooh.
To be fair, everybody else is pretty much, well, there's not many other battles really going on. It is mainly just a battle for the lead so far, so we're not really missing anything here.
We'll go to other drivers in the grid and we'll see how things are going on, but Gravedigger got a much better drive out the final corner. Frantique not going to be anywhere close enough for this. Yeah, in fact, he's dropped so far back. Right, so let's have a look at the rest of the grid. So Mastercroft on the super softs again. Is he going to set another fastest lap? Is he going to pit? No, he stays out. So he doesn't set fastest lap. He's 13 seconds behind the lead, though. So the front two have this race in hand unless other people's strategies get in there. Skyline is in 4th on the super softs now. Just running his own race. Just arm collected to see what happens. HLG is now in 5th on the medium tyres, and again, those could last, but you've got to not do that, go over the curves basically. Joanne is in 6th, and going as well. Balltail is recovered to 7th place. I don't think he needs to pit again, so Balltail could still grab like a top 5 out of this. Still be unhappy, but damage limitation. Baz is in 8th place, Floodlines in 9th. And then you've got Bossman in 10th with Matty down in 11th. As we go back up to the front. So, 3 strategies going round.
Gravedigger is slightly stretching away, but Frantic still has.
And I've just noticed on the incidents that Baz had a stop-go penalty by speeding in the pit lane, which is actually quite easy to do at this track because the indicator doesn't come up until quite late. And the only other thing is HLG with a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, I presume corner cutting. So
That's the point. I haven't even checked that.
Only one is HLG with 3 seconds, and Baz had a stop-go penalty, hence why he's dropped back.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is quite easy to do, though, isn't it? At this one.
Yeah.
Because most people go by the indicator that appears at the top of the screen, and at this track it doesn't appear till almost too late, to be honest. It's one of those things, you've got to watch your speed going in there. It's one of the rules. Gravedigger, got to keep calm here. Of course he was in season 1 partially in ATA. He hasn't had a race victory yet, so he's going for one. Frantic, of course, has already had his from last week. Gravedigger is, I mean, not that I have anything against Frantic, but I'd rather have Gravedigger win because then it keeps the championship very much closer. I mean, it still could be anybody's really, as Frantic throws a lot on the brakes. And Gravedigger's got a pit. Frantic does not follow suit, so see what Gravedigger goes on to, I presume, medium tyres, because you have to go on them, but we'll see what he does. Yeah, it is medium tyres to the end, very easily can get through to the end now, but let's see where he rejoins, excuse me. Looks like he's going to come out with HLG, who I said could go to the end. This could be problematic. And he comes out just in front of Durham, but as I said, he's behind HLG, so if HLG doesn't pit, that could be interesting. Although, as I said, HLG will have to work on their tyres. And Bulltail's not far behind either, so this race is far from done. Might not be just Frantic and Gravedigger as we seem to believe. Let's see if Frantic does actually stay out for one more lap. As it's in the back now, medium tyres to the end. Unfortunately, one person is not going to score a point in this race.
Who's that?
I want to be that guy. As I said, there's 11 running. As a Joran, that is very heavy defending. Bulltail was already on the inside, and again he's going back across, but Bulltail goes straight on the outside, but he's on the curbs and he has to ease off. He's got to be extremely careful. Joran's car isn't exactly stable, I have to say. In fact, it's jumping up and down. It's the only car that's doing so. He's got to stay calm though. Bulltail again, he's lunging up on the inside. He's not caring, I think, and whoa! That was a lot of lag, and there's still lag. And he's through. Wow. Words cannot describe as Frantic actually comes out of the pits. He comes right with Gravedigger and HLG, who are side by side in turn 1. And he's come out on the soft tyres, interestingly.
What?
So,
why is Gravedigger on the mediums? I'm quite surprised by that.
Well, it's again that thing, isn't it? Softs will last, but they could wear out towards the end. So Gravedigger's playing very safe. It means you don't have to. You basically don't have to worry about tyre wear. You can just go flat out. So, kind of see it. Because it now puts Frantic under pressure. Frantic does have to push on those tyres just to get away, and those could wear out. So it is there. Where is Bulltail?
Yeah, how far?
I don't see Bulltail. I can't find him. Didn't retire, did he? He has. He's retired. It didn't come up on my screen, I don't think. I didn't see it. But he's retired. I don't know why he's done that. It's not terminal damage. He has retired manually. I hope nothing went too drastically wrong, as Gravedigger's going to have got DRS on the back of Frantic. Touches him a little bit. It's okay. That is a shame for Bulltail. A real shame, because he has some great pace around it. I hope nothing went wrong, and I hope he's still okay. But again, he's just got to put the race bus behind him. He was with Joran, and Joran's car was lagging all over the place on his screen, and the cars just, well, they kept on bouncing off of each other, as you saw on the screen. But
I just feel Frantic is going to pull away now because he's on the softer tyre. But they are catching up to Ryan. This is going to be interesting.
But will they last to the end? As Master...
That is the question.
Oh, that is a tank slapper. Oh, very good at catching. Master Krog's tyres is getting to the end of their life. So Master Krog, I expect Master Krog to pit on this lap, but he'll probably... Yeah, softs for 11 laps. As I said, doable, but you still have to be careful with them, as Master Krog does get into the pits. What's he going to go on to? He goes on to soft tyres. Right, so now that puts IGD Skyline in the lead, but he doesn't need to pit as Gravedigger. Wow, that was close.
Looked like he was going to hit the back of him, he had to move out of the way.
Indeed, Floodlines has made it past Joran, so Floodlines, I have to say I'm very impressed with Floodlines. After that incident with his teammate on the first lap, he's really recovered well. He's 9 seconds off the lead, in fact.
Yeah, but his tyres could be off at the end though.
Yeah, possibly. So Master Krog has come out in 7th place. He does not need to pit again, and he probably could lead on these tyres quite a bit. So, I guess the slightly good thing is everyone's going to score points now. So now this is going to be a problem for Frantic. Skyline, who I believe is due to pit, is now going to be right in front of Frantic. Frantic has to get away from Gravedigger. If Gravedigger stays in DRS, which he definitely is now, because Skyline is running his own race. He's going to get into the pits, I believe.
This is going to help.
He isn't going to get out of the way.
At the end, though.
Indeed, but it's going to give Gravedigger a chance. Frantic up on the inside, pushes Ryan. Ryan cannot go to the pits. Oh, he wanted to turn into the pits. I could see what he was trying to do, but Gravedigger was already there. And Gravedigger would have had a run on Frantic. I don't think Gravedigger would be very happy about that. Ooh. Interesting little scenario there. Gravedigger, he's not out of this race yet. As I said, he can push these tyres. He doesn't need to put it in lean to save the tyres. He doesn't need to short shift or anything. He can go as fast as he can to try and keep up with Frantic. Frantic put under pressure, wear out those tyres, and then we'll see. So yeah, as I said, Floodlines in 3rd place, and if he doesn't pit again... Where did he pit? Floodlines, where are you? You pitted on... He went in the pits on lap 14. So he's not pitting to the end. Well, he's not pitting again. No. I don't think so. Although the problem he's got is Master Krog, who's on a faster compound tyre and is definitely not pitting, because soft tyres from 8 laps will definitely last it. So as long as Master Krog doesn't keep on making mistakes like that, else should be fine.
Bossman's got to make a pit stop.
Yeah, Bossman and Joran. I think Joran has just pitted, actually. Yeah, Joran's just pitted.
Let's have a look. Krog is
So,
only 10 seconds
Grey
behind
Digger's-
the leader.
Grey Digger's
so
on
this could be
Frantique.
interesting.
Radix on Frantique, looking for the outside. Would he gone through this before? Let's see what he can do. Right, running outside. He's just going to hold it. And he does. Great move. Great move, but with the faster tyres, and Frantique has got back up on the inside. Mastercroft, meantime, fastest lap of the race. As again, they go side by side. Hamilton Rosberg style. Still side by side, and Grey Digger stays in front. These two. There's a man in between. Oh, Frantique was going to hit the back of Grey Digger, but he just got the brakes done in time. As the darkness is now setting into this great race eventually. We're 86 minutes into the stream, but we've got a good race still. There's Frantique again, looking on the inside. It's going to be a risky move. Oh.
Well, Floodlight's got a penalty, so Krog's got third anyway. Let's get another warning.
Oh. Well, fair enough. I say the darkness is still setting.
See,
in.
Krog needs
really.
to get past Floodlights very quickly because he's catching up on the leaders here.
The leaders are definitely battling. And Frantique, oh, it touched the back of Grey Digger. Fortunately enough, no damage.
Hopefully not.
He's
I'm going to watch the Krog live.
No, he's pitting.
Battle. Oh, he must have damage then.
Oh no, he must have damage.
That's handed the win
That
to Grey
is-
Digger, surely.
Yeah, and he's changed the front wing.
Krog's going to
That
try
is
and go running outside
unfortunate,
the
but that
floodlights
is
here
just-
in the first corner. Can he make it stick?
Oh.
Floodlights giving in the room. And Krog is up to second. Now the question is, can Krog catch Gravedigger, who's on the mediums, and those softs are going to get to the end. And he's going to have to close quite a lot, but you never know. But at the moment, it's Gravedigger's race to lose, but it's a shame about Frantique.
Wow. HOD to spit out. No, what? Jesus. Frantique, that was a bit right over the curbs. So Frantique has reappeared in 7th place, literally side by side of HOG. That first corner. That is such a shame with that damage on the front wing. You were right, he must have got damage as he hit the back of Grey Digger. I didn't think he did. But clearly he did, and he felt the need to pit straight away. And that is such a shame, because that's ended in an awesome battle between the two of them. But that has handed the lead and potentially the race win to Gravedigger. Although, as you said, Master Krog on those soft tyres, he's got to push though. And is he catching Gravedigger? It is now 7.2.
Catching
He's
a
got
second a lap, but I don't think he's going to make it. It's going to be very close to the end.
7 seconds in 5 laps. He's got to keep up the pace.
He's got to go, what,
Maybe not.
a second and a half? A lap quicker?
Bossman has pitted. So Frantique is currently in 6th place, and he's on the super soft tyre, so he's just going to race as hard as he can. Probably get fastest lap, which, remember, still gets a point.
And that is the Krog at the moment.
It is. So Gravedigger's just got to be slightly wary of Master Krog at the moment. Slightly wary of the threat. We'll check to see what the gap is, but at the end of this lap, he's only caught a 10th so far on this lap. Still got Floodlines there in 3rd place, but I think, as you said, because Floodlines got a penalty.
8?
Yeah.
6.8, 6.9. Not going to be enough.
6.9, yeah. No, he's not. It's not that second lap pace is not continuing on this lap, although we'll see by the end.
Gravedigger's only got one warning.
Yeah, it was 7.5. It's now 6.5. So he is still catching the second lap, but
it's not going to be enough though. He will not get to him in time.
not. And Gravedigger's got no problems. So Master Krog, he's lost it.
Oh,
He's
no.
lost it. He's definitely not catching it now. Floodlights has got back through. As Frantic, as I mentioned, a 31-1 sets the fastest lap on the Super Sauce. They're completely fresh. It's Master Krog is up at the inside of Floodlines. Can he hold it? He's going to get back through, and he just nicks him up on the inside. Floodlines very aware of that, but he's still battling with him. Going down into the hairpin, but well, he's definitely not catching it now unless Gravedigger made some massive mistake. But when you've got 8 seconds, I think he should be okay. Right, so let's have a look further down. So Skyline's actually not really featured in this race that much. He's gone through quietly, gone about his own thing. He was the leaders at one point, and an interesting scenario with Gravedigger. He's going to be in 4th place, holding on to 4th place at the moment. He's got Frantique absolutely flying up the back of him. He's in 5th. HLG, after an amazing start, fell back a bit. He's in 6th. Doran in 7th. Baz, well, I think that stop-go penalty has definitely dropped him back a lot. He's in 8th though on his first race. In fact, the debutants are all at the back end of the grid. So Baz in 8th, Matty 9th, and Bossman in 10th for Bossman. Although actually Bossman is on the Superstar, so that could be quite interesting catching the these 3 here.
Well, I can't say that Gravedigger hasn't deserved to win this race anyway, even with what happened with Frantique. He hasn't won it by luck.
Indeed, but what an amazing battle those two had. That was definitely a pleasure to watch. An amazing camera angles.
It's a shame because if those two were still battling and Krog didn't make that mistake, Krog would have caught up with both of them even quicker, and that could have been like a three-way battle.
You're just saying that because he's one of your drivers.
Yeah, but it would have though, wouldn't it? Because they would have been slowing each other down.
Yeah.
And he would have been right at the end with them for a three-way battle, so it's such a shame.
Let's not forget about Balltail as well.
Yeah. There's been so many bad luck for some of these top drivers. But that happens sometimes, and I'm sure they'll be back even stronger for the next race.
Remember I said about Master Krog not catching Gravedigger? He's just got 8 tenths in that middle sector.
He must have made a mistake, surely. Unless he's just taking it really easy.
Yeah, it's now 6.2. He's just got about 2 seconds a lap. Yeah, I think he's just taking it easy. Hang on, what was that last lap from Gravedigger? That was a 33.2. But yeah, big mistake in the... no, actually, he's been consistent 33, so he hasn't exactly gone slow. So Master Krogs did a 31.7 on that last lap. So, yeah, there's now 5.9. Oh, if he hadn't made that mistake.
Surely he won't
if he hadn't made that mistake, oh.
I know, I'm trying not to be biased here, but I've won Master Krog. He's going to get on the podium anyway, so I'm happy with that. Because you have no salvage drivers in the race whatsoever, so
yep.
It's good for me.
It's only because none of the new drivers chose Sal, but you do realise. It's just the way it is.
I'm not surprised.
Oh dear.
Out of 5.3 now, so you might put
Matty
Gravedigger
meantime
under a little bit of pressure.
Matty meantime managed to get past Baz for the 8th place out of those 3. So Gravedigger now starts lap 28. Is Master Krog still catching? It is now 5 seconds. It's not enough still, but you still think if he hadn't made that mistake, I try not to mention it too much, but you know, Gravedigger's just got 2 laps to go, and again, a well-deserved victory. 3 times eventually he tried to make an overtake on Frantique, and the 3rd time lucky, despite some very, very strong and heavy defending from Frantique. It was harsh but fair. from Frantique. He has every right to do it. Yeah, and in fact, Frantique, actually mentioning him, is catching Ryan at a very, very fast pace. I think Brian is trying to get to the end of these super softs, and obviously Frantique is going as fast as you can on them.
How quickly is he going?
Might have a battle on the last lap. In fact, actually, so Brian's last lap was a 33.1, which on the super softs is quite... Yeah, it's the second a lap he's catching. And you can see him now. But there's the target, right ahead. As Gravedigger is now going to begin the final lap. Krog is still catching. Got it down to 4.6. No. You never know though if Gravedigger gets a very late penalty. Because he's now 4.3 behind, so if there's a very late penalty for Gravedigger, just got to keep it calm as we head now into the final lap of this. It's been a good race, I have to admit.
It has been a really good race. A lot of excitement. Oh, he's only one warning away, Gravedigger though. He's had 2 warnings. He had 1 warning last time I checked. So if he gets a warning on this last lap...
Gotta be very careful. Frantique meantime now definitely has his target in sight at 4th place. Despite a very late...
No, Krog's got a penalty. He's over.
Oh, well, there you go.
Just got one on the last lap. The lap 4, so...
I think he was still trying to push, wasn't he? So it's pushing too much.
Shame, I can see the both in the same straight now as well.
If there are any other battles, no. They're all spread out. In fact, Bossman might actually get Baz in the final lap. Might go quickly back to there, but we're on board with Gravedigger. This is going to be a momentous occasion. His first league win. Oh, he's obviously going to cross the line. You never know. The final corner.
Surely he's not going to get punched.
Of course not. Actually got a fuel warning light actually as I say that. But he enters the final corner, gets out of that now. Ferrari wins. They're not my team, but I like Ferrari anyway. Gravedigger wins in Bahrain. And
Master
Krog takes home.
finishes 2nd for Red Bull. Fantastic result. Stop it.
Bloodlines though comes home in 3rd place. What an amazing recovery drive.
Oh, and
Ryan is going to get home 4th. Just holds off Frantique. In fact, no, Ryan might have had a penalty because Frantique's got 4th.
Oh, yeah. Must have then. He must have had a penalty.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. HLG comes home 6th. Johan is going to get 7th for Toro Rosso. Yeah. 7th for Toro Rosso. 8th is going to be Matty. And Baz is just going to hold off Bossman for 9th. Bossman in 10th. Well, the fact that my voice is getting a bit dry says everything.
And guess what? Nobody got disqualified at the end of the race either. Fantastic.
Yay! There is a silver lining at the end of it. Jesus. What can we say? Oh, it's a British 1-2-3. Brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Got the podium interview. The Ferrari team obviously very happy with that. And Gravedigger will be ecstatic with that win. Obviously, shame for Frantique and for Bortel. Without those mistakes or those incidents, we could have had a battle right up to the finish. But Gravedigger held off Krog in 2nd and Red Bull and Floodlines 3rd. That's just, considering he was last at the end of that one, apart from his teammate, because he got spun round. Great recovery drive, but there we go. Yes, Skyline did have a penalty. Frantique did not. So Frantique does get 4th eventually with a 31.1 as the fastest lap. So he got pole position and the fastest lap. Did not get the race victory though. So he would come home with 14 points in the end. I believe he still leads.
Oh no, that's right. Right.
I believe he still leads the championship at the end of that.
That must bring Gravedigger right into it now though, after that win.
Definitely has. Obviously we'll have the points table tallied up and ready for the next round, which is going to be Russia. Should be quite fun. But before we do that, we need to get these 3 Yeah, we need to get these three into the party. We're gonna have our podium interview. Almost invited Frantique there. That would have been quite a.
Hello.
Chessie Master Krog.
Hello.
I believe Floodlines doesn't have a mic, so I will get Frantique into the party as his 4th place. I'll get Floodlines in as well, just see Katie wants to say a word.
Well done, Grave Digger. Well done winning that race.
Thank you, mate. Some
Right, so here we
quality
have
racing
the.
there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great race to watch. Absolutely brilliant. Ryan wants an invite. I did send him an invite.
Okay, bearing in mind we are still streaming, so we
Repeat
have
the
does everybody start joining? You know what? Put a tick next to your name. A tick next to your name, please.
Hey, where's Master Krog?
I'm here, don't worry.
Nice one, mate. Well done getting second. I'm gutted you made that mistake. Could have got closer to
Yeah, I
Grave Digger at the
know.
end.
I'm glad you did.
Right, so let's get on with this. So at the end of that race, it took us 99 minutes to get to the end of that race.
It was worth
You know what? You know what? It was worth it indeed. And at the end of it all, it was Exerol, not Exerol Grade Digger anymore. It's Grade Digger 87. So you confused me with your first race win in ATA. Obviously, you had an incredible battle with Frantique. Got some amazing views of the camera work thanks to the game at the right time. It was amazing. But you held your nerve and eventually battled on through to get a win for Ferrari. Not my team in the league, but my favourite team personally. So you must be very happy with that.
Definitely happy. I didn't actually think I had the pace to win it. I knew I had the pace for the top 3, but then I kept with the top 2 from the start, and I knew I could had a chance of winning it with them 2 battling. And then Brutal crashed. Then that's when I knew I could win it.
Yes, indeed. But can you actually sum up your battle with Frantique in one word, if that's even possible?
Quality.
Quality. It's a good word. But yes, well done on your 25 points for
Yeah,
your
I
championship
must
run.
say though, it was a clean battle as well. He's a clean racer, I will say that.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, but 25 points puts you in the title challenge with very early stages yet, obviously.
Yes.
But, definitely puts you
It
in
all
the running.
helps.
Yeah, so well done to yourself. So second place goes to Master Krog, and Craig, as he's your driver, why not you interview him?
Oh, with pleasure. So Master Krog, you decided to start on the softs. My opinion, I thought he was going to be doing a 1-stop. But how do you think your race went?
It's saying his
even
mic's
there.
connecting. It's saying his mic's
Oh,
connecting
great.
if you look at the
Yeah.
party chat.
Oh, great.
He's gonna tell me he's just disconnected altogether. He might have done. Aww. I was that you're gonna have a tender moment between Red Bull
I
drivers.
know,
It's not
now he's
happening.
connected.
Oh.
Is he Red Bull? I thought it was McLaren.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, he's Red Bull.
Oh. Who's team principal of
Invite, please.
Ferrari then?
It's well, actually, your teammate was
Okay, that was
okay. So I'm going to McLaren. Your teammate, who is fast part-time, is actually not in the league anymore. He used to be team owner of Ferrari, so I am yet to have that discussion with all 3 of you, which is yourself, Mako, and I, is the best of who's going to take the team forward, but we'll discuss that later. Master, let's get you back in, because when you have I had that. Floodlines, do you want to say anything?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
I
saw
saw
that.
that. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Or I did. You saw it on the stream.
Here it is.
Yeah, I say touching that. Right.
Did you hear anything I said
Right.
to you?
Didn't hear anything, sorry.
Right. Let's just give these two a room for a few minutes. Let them hug it out a little bit.
Give him a hug right now because he's done very well for my team tonight. Very proud of him.
I was joking. Come on.
No, I was saying, like, I saw you start my softs and I thought you was going to do a one stopper. And then I saw you move to a
One
two
stopper.
stop. Yeah, I thought you might have
That's
done
ambitious.
soft, medium.
Yeah, I don't think the one stop was possible there.
Okay. But how do you think your
'Cause
race
the-
went anyway?
No, it was a good race. I enjoyed it again. Clean battles everywhere. It's a shame I lost my part of my front wing in the first lap in the first corner.
Yeah, we
Again.
saw you had to change your wing. We were wondering why. Because to be honest, if you
Yeah,
didn't have
I
that
lost
change- But if you did have to change
lost-
that wing, and you didn't have that going off a little bit, you could have been right up with Gravedigger for the win tonight.
Yeah, I reckon if I hadn't have had to change the wing, and I hadn't have made that little mistake where I lit the rears up into turn one, I reckon we'd have had a cracker of a battle for first place though. But well done to Gravedigger for the win.
Oh,
Mate,
Michaels.
I reckon you'd have got me because my tyres was at it and
I
was
reckon if there were a
fuel
couple more
saving,
laps.
it was so bad, man. I was really low. Then that last lap, I was at like 0.50, and I was in lean mix as well, mate. That last lap.
No, that was a good one. What? No, that was completely my fault. I just lit the rears up. I'm lucky I didn't 360 because if I had have done, I doubt I'd have caught you again.
I might
That
what else I'd
bull-
like to
that
say
bull tail
that
come on
I'm
back on the
happy
track.
that
A bit
Baz
dodgy.
got in the points as well. So points for both Red Bull drivers tonight. Just
Oh,
saying.
did he? Where did Baz
Yeah.
finish?
Ninth.
Nice.
Yeah, ninth place. Yeah, just because Sauber didn't get any.
Yeah, where was your drivers, Michael? Was it those Salbers? After actually kept lagging out, so
Yeah.
double points for Red
What
Bull.
happened to Frantic
Carry
anyway?
on.
Just I passed him, and then he dived in the pits at the end of that
Yeah,
lap.
that's what
Front wing
puzzled me
damage.
because I thought
Yeah,
I was
we
settling
said
on
third
wing
there.
damage.
Yeah, and
Ah.
I didn't realise you had Master Croc behind you, Floodline. So I said to you, like, oh, he's just gifted you second place there.
To be
And
honest,
then
I don't know
next thing
how
I
I
know,
caught up to
Master
the back
Croc
of Floodline
passed
so
you.
quick.
Right, so we do need to finish off. We still have one more driver to discuss his race, and that is Floodlines. Now, obviously, you have touched on your teammate's blunder, shall we say, into turn 4. I mean, all credit to him. He did sort of stop and sort of let you sort of back through, and I think it was just. I'm pretty sure he will explain as to why, but it could be just the lap 1 and missed time of brakes. But despite this, you still recovered, I mean, in my words, amazingly into third place. I think in my view, probably the driver of the day. Definitely my driver of the day. I don't know whether Craig would agree. But
I don't know about that. I'll
definitely
have to give it to Master Croc, surely.
just because he's yours. You're meant to be
Yeah, not being-
unbiased.
I am being unbiased, but I'll give
You're
it
not.
to Gravedigger then.
You're so not. Anyway, Floodline still third place. Obviously keeps you in the championship run. You gain points over Frantique, and due to his
Who
incident
was
that
your
he
driver
had.
today,
But
then, Michael?
I said Floodlines.
Oh,
Only because he was like last at the end
Yeah.
of that one, apart from his
He
teammate who
scared
still
me.
recovered to third.
he had me shaking and sweating, that's for sure.
Indeed.
Till he spun.
But well done in your third place, Floodlines, and obviously keeps you in the championship run, and yeah, not bad. Consistency often wins.
I've had a 5th and a 6th and a 1st now.
We're working that out.
Is there anywhere where we can see the standings?
I'll post the standings to you tomorrow.
Lovely.
I'll put it in the GP2 conversation and all that.
Or you could just
Are we still on
that is
stream?
what it's used for.
Yeah, we're still a stream.
We will forward it. We'll forward it on. We'll forward it on to you guys. Do not worry. So, one very quick word with Frantique. Obviously, in battle for the win, as I said, we touched on the great battle that you had with Greydigger. You've mentioned it a couple of times, but unfortunate to break your front wing. Was it the light touch you had with Greydigger on the final corner? I think I noticed it.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh man, my bad. I didn't feel out. That's all. I apologise. Like.
No, it's alright. It wasn't your fault.
Great battle though, man. You're a very clean racer anyway.
Yeah.
You're the one.
Definitely was very good.
I trust at least 2 people in this division now. And that's myself and Frantique. That won't tell, mate. When you two come together, Frantique, on that right-hander, he went on the inside, he come flying straight back on the track and T-boned me. So he lost his wing then. He must have done because he dived straight in the pit.
No, he didn't. He braked in front of you and let you through, and then you were in front, and then.
Yeah, there was damage.
Okay.
I saw the contact because that was in front of me.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll have words with him. But anyway, we need to finish this off. So, yeah. So, Craig, anything on yourself? Who's being unbiased? Who is actually your driver of the day? Or are you going to stick with Master Croc?
I'm sticking with Master Croc.
Yeah,
stick with my boy Master Croc.
Coming from the back,
yeah?
mate. That's a drive and a half.
Well,
the floodlights
but
did do
at the
a
end of
very
the day,
good
there
job
were.
as well. But there were a lot.
Yeah, at the end of the day, there were
drives
for
in
some
tonight anyway,
good drivers. Yeah, there were some good drives all round. And, well, this evening's had it all. We had a blunder from Codemasters, a blunder from the host, but we had a blinder. We had a blinder, of a race at the end of it all. But for those that have continued watching, we've got 2 viewers so far. I think we've constantly had more than 1. So if you have watched it from beginning to end, I applaud you. I take my hat off to you. It was very good. But yeah, that is round 3 of 88 GP2. Make sure you join us for the F1 division, where myself, Craig Senna, as well as Mucker, as well as Brutal Reapers, Ice the Best, and as well as many others are going to battle it out in the night streets of Bahrain. So join us tomorrow at 7 PM for that, where HLG and Fast Part Time will take you through the action. As for us, next week, Russia. So from now until then, good night everybody.